Imagine a place where emerald green mountains rise straight out of the ocean, where waterfalls tumble into the sea, and where nature still feels untouched by time. Welcome to the Faroe Islands, one of the world's most breathtaking and remote travel destinations. Located in the North Atlantic Ocean, halfway between Iceland and Scotland, the Faroe Islands are a stunning archipelago of 18 volcanic islands shaped by glaciers and ancient geological forces. Today, I'm exploring everything that makes this Nordic paradise unforgettable. From dramatic landscapes and charming villages to rich culture and unforgettable adventures. So sit back, relax, and let's travel to the Faroe Islands. It's 2026, and the world is getting smaller. But there's one place that still feels like a secret. 18 jagged rocks in the middle of the North Atlantic. They call it the Mystic Outlands. For years, this was just a place for sheep and Vikings. But today, it's home to the world's most remote Michelin-starred restaurants, undersea roundabouts, and landscapes so dramatic they inspired the world of James Bond. I'm spending the next 72 hours traveling across this archipelago to find out, is this the ultimate travel destination of our decade? Or just a really expensive place to get rained on? To understand the Faroes, you have to look down. Because the islands are separated by deep fjords, the government did something insane. We are currently 180 meters below the Atlantic Ocean, entering the world's first undersea roundabout. It's lit up like a futuristic art gallery. These tunnels have changed everything. What used to be a 3-hour ferry ride is now a 15-minute drive. But once you surface, the 21st century vanishes. You're back in the land of turf-roofed houses. These grass roofs aren't just for the gram. They've been used for 1,000 years to insulate against the Atlantic's brutal winter winds. The Faroe Islands are a self-governing territory within the Kingdom of Denmark, known for their green scenery and powerful connection to the sea. Despite covering only about 1,400 square kilometers, the islands boast over 1,100 kilometers of coastline, meaning you're never more than 5 kilometers from the ocean. With a population of just over 53,000 people, nearly half of whom live in the capital city of Tórshavn, the Faroes feel both intimate and expansive at the same time. Fishing dominates the economy, accounting for roughly 90% of exports, while tourism is rapidly growing as travelers discover this hidden gem. The Faroe Islands were forged by volcanic activity and sculpted by Ice Age glaciers, creating a landscape that feels almost otherworldly. Towering sea cliffs, narrow fjords, and windswept hills stretch in every direction. A dream destination for hikers, photographers, and nature lovers. One of the most iconic sights is Drangarnir, a pair of sea stacks rising dramatically from the ocean. The larger stack forms a natural sea arch and has become a favorite attraction for visitors. Nearby lies Tindhólmur, an uninhabited islet famous for its sharp peaks, 5 in total, reaching up to 262 meters above sea level. Standing here, with the wind roaring and seabirds circling overhead, you don't just see nature, you feel it. We've made it to the island of Vágar. If you've seen one photo of the Faroe Islands, it was likely Múlafossur. This village, Gassadalur, was so isolated that until 2004, the only way in was a grueling hike over the mountain. But my favorite spot? Sørvágsvatn. From this specific cliff edge, the lake looks like it's floating hundreds of feet directly above the ocean. It's a total mind trick of perspective. But a warning for 2026 travelers, these trails are getting popular. To protect the land, many hikes now require a fee or a guide. It's the price we pay to keep this place pristine. Next, we're heading north to Kalsoy, the island that became a legend in the 007 movie No Time to Die. The hike to Kalur Lighthouse is narrow, muddy, and terrifying if you're afraid of heights. While you're looking for Bond, don't miss the locals. On the westernmost island, Mykonos, the puffins outnumber the humans 10-1. In 2026, visitors are strictly limited here to protect the burrows, so you have to book months in advance. It's the only place on Earth where you can be surrounded by thousands of these sea parrots without a fence in sight. The Faroe Islands experience mild winters and cool summers, with temperatures typically ranging between about 3 and 11 degrees Celsius. But what truly defines the Faroese climate is unpredictability. Sunshine can quickly give way to mist, followed by rain, and then a rainbow minutes later. The name Faroeyjar translates to Sheep Islands, a nod to the animals that have shaped local life for centuries. Norse settlers arrived here in the 800s, establishing communities that survived generations of isolation before industrial fisheries connected the islands to the global economy in the late 1800s. For a glimpse into this history, visit Kirkjubargarður, one of the oldest inhabited wooden houses in the world, dating back to the 11th century. Walking through places like this feels like stepping into a living museum. Faroese culture is deeply rooted in tradition, and nowhere is that more evident than during Ólafsøka, the island's biggest summer festival. Held every year on July 28th and 29th, the celebration features boat races, sports, parades, music, and traditional chain dancing. It's more than a festival. It's a powerful expression of national identity. The cost to travel from the Faroe Islands to Denmark depends on when you travel and your departure and arrival cities. Typical one-way costs are flight, most common, approximately $100, $350 if booked in advance. Last-minute tickets can cost as $400 plus. Ferry. The Smyril line operates ferry services between the Faroe Islands and Denmark. Passenger fares generally start around 150,000, 300 plus one way, depending on the season, cabin choice, and whether you're bringing a vehicle. If you're planning the total trip budget, you might expect round-trip flights, use $200, $700. Accommodation in Denmark, use $70, $200 per night. Food, use $20, $60 per day. Local transportation, use $10, $30 per day. You wouldn't expect world-class dining in a place with no trees, but Faroese food is having a moment. I'm at Paz in the capital, Tórshavn. It recently secured its second Michelin star. It's a traditional fermentation process where meat and fish are dried in the salty sea air. It smells intense. It tastes like nothing else on Earth. It's a mix of ancient survival and modern luxury, exactly what the Faroe Islands have become. Because only about 2% of the land is suitable for farming, Faroese cuisine relies heavily on animal products and preserved foods such as dried fish and mutton. For centuries, communities depended on what they could catch, cure, and store, a tradition that still influences local flavors today. It's a cuisine born from resilience and respect for nature. Although the islands feel remote, they are surprisingly well connected with roads, bridges, tunnels, ferries, and modern infrastructure linking many communities. Traveling here often feels like a road trip through a fantasy landscape, every turn revealing another jaw-dropping view. The Faroe Islands are increasingly attracting visitors seeking raw, untouched beauty. Travelers praise the islands for their dramatic mountains, fjords, and exceptional birdwatching, making them ideal for hikers and nature enthusiasts. Yet despite growing interest, the Faroes still feel refreshingly uncrowded. There's no bad time to visit, only different experiences. Summer brings greener landscapes and cultural festivals, while cooler seasons offer dramatic weather and fewer tourists. No matter when you arrive, one thing is guaranteed: the scenery will leave you speechless. In a world where many destinations feel overcrowded, the Faroe Islands remain wonderfully wild. It's a place where nature leads, where traditions endure, and where every view feels like it was made just for you. So, is the Faroe Islands worth the flight? In 2026, travel is easy, but adventure is hard to find. The Faroes still offer that. It's expensive, the weather changes every 5 minutes, and you will definitely get mud on your boots. But if you want to feel like you've reached the edge of the map, this is it. Thanks for coming around the world with me. Don't forget to hit subscribe for our next stop. We're heading somewhere much warmer. I will see you there.